Are you guys clipping pastures right now to keep seed heads off if you can't get the mob to it quick enough?
It's more following the mob, behind the mob.
Yes, you never want to be cutting in front. Mm-hmm. Never cut in front, always behind.
And no, we're not, just because there's like 2 inches of water standing on the ground. Not really.
It is
like,
so wet though. When I say it's rained every single day for 2.5 weeks, that is not an exaggeration. Almost every single day we've gotten a little bit of rain for the past 2.5 weeks.
And it's going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
So until it dries up, Greg's not getting his tractor out on the
We were talking about this yesterday, sort of jokingly, but
you and Connor.
No, you and me, like the three of us, when we were walking with those people who came to visit about brush hogging.
Oh yeah.
Brush hogging is kind of funny when you think about it, because you don't want to do it late in the year because you don't want to be doing it in the dry period because you're not going to get a lot of regrowth. But you can't do it when it's really wet because you're going to be rutting up your pasture. So there has to be this Goldilocks zone of dry but right before a rain that's the most ideal to do it. Mm-hmm. Which is just kind of
really the only time you can do it without tearing something up or sacrificing forage.
Which essentially at that point is sacrificing winter feed, which we sort of experienced to some extent on some paddocks this past winter. For sure. Places that got brush hogged later in the summer, we got very little rain early fall, and it hurt us on the stockpile front in the winter a little bit. But you can't do it when it's this wet because you're going to leave ruts this deep. So it's just one of those deals. It's got to dry out a little bit more. But it's definitely something that Greg definitely does a good amount of if he's able to do it and it makes sense.
Yeah, because like when it's raining like if you're gonna get rain, it does come back much more palatable for the cattle.
Yeah,
you know, it's like better feed. Like if you don't clip, then it's super woody and mature, and the cattle don't do as well. But if you can clip behind them, it's like giving them like this buffet salad bar. It's beautiful.
But exactly, it's every time. It's a roll of the dice. If you do it and you don't get a rain, you shot yourself in the foot. But if you're pretty confident rain's going to come, it can be a big advantage. You can increase your gains by a lot doing that. So, and also it cuts down on pink eye a little bit too, because they don't have big like sticky, woody, pokey things that are irritating their eye as they're grazing. So when it's nice and lush and vegetative, you don't have that issue. Something else to consider.
And there's more energy in the forage,
which also helps combat the pink eye.
Yep.
Yep.
Any more?